Good morning, students. I'm sorry because I cannot join our class for today because I have something else to do. But even though we will just learn our new topic for this new semester, we're gonna start from trigonometry. Okay. As you can see from the picture, I already draw one circle on Cartesian coordinate. Okay. And then I label point O. I label letter O at the origin, which is the center of this circle. Okay. So remember the connection, the distance from the center of the circle to any point on the circumference is always the radius. So you cannot forget about that concept, yeah. Every time you draw a line from the center to circle circumference, we always call that line as the radius. So radius is just the distance from the center to circle circumference. Okay? And then one point that I took is point P with the position X and Y. Means 0 to this position labeled as X. The distance is X, and then the height is just Y. Okay? As you already understood, X-axis and Y-axis always perpendicular to each other. Okay? So this is the portion of X-axis. X is the portion of X-axis, and then this height is parallel to Y-axis. This is the same, going to the same direction. So we can compute that X and Y is perpendicular to each other. Okay, so once again, I will repeat myself. X and Y, X-axis and Y-axis always perpendicular to each other. Okay, they will always create 90 degrees. And then the distance between the origin to X-axis of point P is X. And then this is Y. And then this height with the Y-axis is parallel to each other. It means they are going to the same direction. So it means this is just the representative of this Y-axis. Okay? So when you connect this side to the X-axis side, they will always create 90 degrees based on that before definition. Okay? Is it okay? So now after that we have 90 degrees. Now you can call this triangle as right angle triangle. Okay, so once again, every time you have 90 degrees inside one triangle, so you call this triangle as right angle triangle. So every time you have right angle triangle, as what you already did in year 10, you can always apply trigonometry concept. The concept of trigonometry, remember you have three things, which is sine theta, then cos theta, and tangent theta. So they are just the ratio between two sides. Okay, so you remember already, you already understood the formula of sine theta is just the side opposite to your angle theta will be given. So your angle theta will be given as what I already put here. This is my theta. Okay, so sine theta is just the ratio between the side opposite to theta to the hypotenuse. So what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is the longest side of your triangle. And what is cos theta? Cos theta is just, so cos theta is adjacent of theta divided by hypotenuse, and then tangent theta equals to opposite of theta divided by adjacent of theta. So now we're going to apply what we already learned in year 10 by just cutting off this triangle. Okay, I'll just cut off that triangle and put it bigger. This is your radius, letter O. So letter P, this is the X, and this is the Y. And I put theta here, this is 90 degrees symbol. Okay? Based on the definition of, based on the formula of sine theta, is opposite divided by theta. This is your theta. And what is the side opposite to this angle? What is the side opposite to your theta angle? It should be Y. Okay? It's Y. Divided by. What is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is the longest side. What's the longest side? The longest side is the one in front of your 90 degree symbol. So in one right angle triangle, you always have rectangle, smaller rectangle inside, right? So this is the symbol of 90 degrees. You don't need to write the 90 degrees. You already given the symbol. So the side in front of 90 degree symbol is always hypotenuse. So based on that definition, what is the hypotenuse? Is R. Okay, smart. Next, cos theta is adjacent. You took this one as opposite of theta, this is hypotenuse already. So what is left? It is this side, so you can only compute without define adjacent to theta as divided by r. And then what is opposite? Tangent theta equals to opposite divided by adjacent. So opposite you already label as y, and adjacent you label as x. So now you already put the formula of sine theta, cosine theta, and tangent theta. Okay? Next. So from this formula we can simplify. You can also simplify the tangent theta formula. So when you divide, you divide sine theta by cos theta. It equals opposite of theta divided by hypotenuse, and then you divide again. Okay, sine theta is this fraction, yeah, and then you divide it by. I put the division line is longer. This is very important when you divide something. When you have many division line, you need to make another one longer to help you to make it clear which one divided by another one. Is it okay? So this is your sine theta. You divide it by. I make it longer. Divided by your cos theta, which is adjacent theta divided by hypotenuse. So when you divide fraction, now you can switch the operation. From division become multiplication. So you divide sine by cos. So now you can flip. Equals to times, because you switch here from division become multiplication here. You switch. So when you switch, you need to flip your fraction, your second fraction. Hypotenuse and adjacent theta. And you can cross the same variables out together. So left sine theta over cos theta as opposite theta divided by adjacent theta. And then now you go back to the one that you already got. What is opposite divided by adjacent? Is tangent, right? So now you already compute that tangent theta equals to sine theta over cos theta. Okay?